Well, it's just about Halloween, and here's the Hutchinson House plot. It's looking a good bit better than it was, but it's not going to make a crop. It's got flowers now. It was flowering last week, but it just doesn't have the time to get to maturity. 4,4-D never came out. Really disappointing. Let's see. Got that Carolina Indigo down in there. It's still alive. It's doing all right. Didn't really expect more than that from it 1 year for a perennial. Guatemalan Indigo is doing fantastic. After the deer stopped eating it, it just took off. It got plenty of seeds. But no crop. This year's cotton is miserable. The transplants are about the only thing that's still alive. I do have a flower over there though on one of them. That may not be a transplant. No, I think it's a regular old this year, I believe. Fairly certain that's not a transplant. That's to whatever the third space was. Yeah. That's about all we got to show for it here. Stuff at King's Market's improving. They're starting to hold bowls a lot better, and clean ones are just starting to come out. So hopefully we'll be able to make a crop. Hopefully we'll have a good bit of stuff come out here in October and even through November. Maybe even further if we get in our mild winter and we can push the first frost back past Christmas, but that probably won't happen. It'll probably come first week of December. But we'll see. I'm gonna pick the freezer burnt cotton this year. I'm not gonna, use the seed, but I will pick the cotton. Keep the lint at the very least. So let's take a look at that stuff, actually. Here's the market plot. Plants look great. Plastic's in the field over here now. They got a little banged up from getting the tractor over here to get the plastic in, but that's all right. And this is what I picked today. It's about a week's worth. Still real low on the productivity. I'm hoping October's when it's gonna start. Sorry, not October, November. It's already through October. So yeah, that's what I'm betting it all on is November and whatever comes out after first frost. Once again, plants are absolutely fantastically healthy, just not producing. I should be picking this. This is like 2 bowls worth. Should be picking like 5 or so per plant every day or two. I think I see some more lint over there. Yep. See, this is what's opening right now, are these little tiny dwarf ones. And I'm not sure what's causing that. I'm really only getting a couple of seeds out per one, like this might have 2 in it. However, we have had some commercial interest in the plot. Had some fellows from a company doing research to develop sustainable lab-grown cotton fiber using cell cultures, bioengineering work. So I think it's a great concept they got. If they can make it work, they can make money, and long staple cotton's the best thing they could do. Definitely the most bang for their buck. And got a garment producer interested in getting a large enough sample of the cotton to be able to do some, materials testing with. So working with them to see if they'll pay for a feasibility study and figure out what exactly this plant needs, and do some proper lab textile testing on the fibers itself. With any luck, that'll pay off. The company doing the bioengineering is doing a genetic study on the whole shebang of the cotton genus. I think even into the family a little bit more, and they'll hopefully be getting me the results of that, and so we can prove as far as possible where this lineage is. So yeah, if both of those come to a head, which are, it was kind of weird. I got approached by 2 different companies in about 2 weeks, and they're from different aspects of the same market. So it's kind of, they're not even like competitors. They're, one sells to the other. So it's kind of cool. So hopefully I'll be able to get some good research data out of that. And, I guess maybe for 2022 if I'm lucky. 2023 if I'm not. Well, I mean, nothing if I'm not. But 2023, at the very least, we should have some concrete data by an ag scientist to properly guide production. We'll know whether or not this fiber is worth a damn. And we should, have much better data on the pedigree. I'm going to try and get tape measure out and measure one of these plants because I want to know if they're pushing 9 feet yet. Stand by. And I got tape measure out. And don't know if you can see that. But we're just pushing 8 feet. At least on this guy. I had another one I measured that was about the same height. So we're at 8 foot. That's for certain. Don't know if we'll hit 9 this year, but we've hit 8, and it's about 1.5 feet taller than last year. I think. They're big. That's for certain. Can't deny that. And we're still putting out flowers. We've got them all the way at the tip of the branches here. And up here we're still like 4 or 5 nodes above white flower. That's not bad. Not quite to cut out, but they're getting there. Anyway, that's the story. Hopefully we should be, getting some actual scientific data, something that I'm not doing, something that's being done by people much more qualified who actually know what the hell they're doing. And we should be able to incorporate that into the project and, just improve this strain as a whole. Yeah, my goal is to have the plants look like this every year and produce 10 times more cotton than they did the first year. That's the goal. I'm looking for 250 pounds a year from 8 foot tall plants. 10 foot if I can make them. But I need help for that. I got to figure out what these things need. And like I said before, current thought is that it's they got spoiled and they didn't develop the proper root system, but now I'm starting to think it may have just been massive stink bug pressure. I mean, they are right next to a ditch and that wasn't cut all year. So it could have just been that they were getting hit by stink bugs so hard that they just started shedding bolls. The bolls just had such a high percentage of bacterial infection. They were getting bit all over. It could have been an immune response. Stink bugs are known to cause shedding, but the pressure was just so severe. I think it's got to be compounded effects. I think it's got to be insufficient root structure, plus possibly nematodes, plus stink bugs. I don't know. As soon as I can, I'm gonna try and pull up one of these plants. I tried to pull up a 5-footer the other day and about blew my back out. But we'll try and pull one up or dig one up and see if we've got any evidence of root knot nematode. There was a couple of small ones I saw that I may try and pull up here in a second and show you. Well, pulled this little 2-3 footer up. It was in an ant nest, and as you can see, there is some evidence of root knot nematode, but nothing I would ever be concerned about. Like, that's not bad at all. But then again, this plant was growing in an anthill, and I think the ant pressure would probably keep the nematodes down, so this shouldn't be considered representative of the plot. But it does show that there is nematode presence, and they were infecting the cotton. It's just that this plant does not show any signs of a severe infection. So we will have to check the larger plants at a later date. Probably, come December, once the first frost hits. There's the cotton. All 160 foot of it. Hopefully, cool and interesting things to come. But until then, Tom out.